Endeavour Silver, the silver champion for 2025. Yeah, Dan, Endeavour Silver, great silver producer, also some gold. And I think you guys are really doing well. So please give us a short overview. Where are you producing by now?
We're in Mexico, and we've been in Mexico for 18 years. Originally, at the beginning of 2024, we thought we'd produce 8 to almost 8.8 million silver equivalent ounces at a cost of about $22 to $23. We had a mechanical failure in one of our mines, so we reduced that, and now we expect to produce about 7.5 million silver equivalent ounces for 2024 from our assets. So we've been there quite a while. We have another asset coming, our Terronera project, which is going to double our production and cut our cost profile in half.
Okay, super. Before we come to Terronera, how do you see, let's say, the development now with the cost structure for this year? As you said, you had that failure, but the thing is, to my understanding at least, it's just that you produce those ounces then in the next quarter, right? So who cares?
Yeah, we care. We care. It does just defer our ounces, and it's about 1 million ounces of silver that we're not going to get in Q3 and part of Q4. That will be deferred till 2025. The silver doesn't go away. It's from a cash flow standpoint that we want to make sure we're as efficient as possible as a company. The mechanical failure inside our mill, we have a lot of redundancies in our mill. So we were able to reconfigure it and run at a reduced capacity, which is good. So we keep our employees working and ultimately mitigate that damage to the company. And again, it's not big. We wished we operate and we would have produced what we said we were going to produce for 2024. Yeah. So those things happen. We get paid to manage these issues. And I think we've done a really good job being flexible and managing what's happened at Guanaceví. It's still going to be a great mine. It's still going to provide cash flow. We just had this little bit of a hiccup in 2024.
Yeah, which happens, right? Yeah, so then let's come to the near future, I would call it, because you want to start already in the fourth quarter this year, which we are heading almost into, your new Terronera mine. So how is it going with the construction? Are you in time, in budget?
Yeah, I mean, for those that aren't fully familiar with Terronera, it's also in Mexico. It's a silver gold asset. 60% of the revenue will come from silver and 40% comes from gold. It's a 21-month build. We're at month 18. So as you say, we have 3 months left, and we're coming into commissioning, which we expect to be in Q4 2024. Thus far, to date, we've been relatively on budget, and we look like we're going to be close to time or on time. So that's very exciting. It doesn't happen very often in our space, when big projects, that they're on time and on budget. We look like we're tracking to on time, on budget. So we've got things to get done. It's a sprint to the finish. All our equipment's on site. It's just about productivity and making sure that gets constructed over the next kind of 90 days.
Super. How would that change your production profile? Because it seems to me like you have a huge organic growth jump next year then in front of you.
It completely changes our company. Honestly, we go from 8 million ounces produced in 2024.
So silver equivalent ounces.
Silver equivalent ounces produced to 15 million silver equivalent ounces in 2025 if we have an annualized production. Most importantly, what Terronera does for us is it cuts our cost profile in half. So at Terronera, the characteristics of the mine allow us to mine at a very cheap rate, and effectively the gold that we produce will pay for the operations, and silver will effectively come for free.
Wow.
So we have negative cash costs, basically negative all-in sustaining costs at today's prices, that this mine will have significant cash flow, and again, completely changes the characteristics of Endeavour Silver.
Fantastic. What is the initial mine of life?
Right now, we've proven out a 10-year reserve life, so we have that, but we fully expect to be there 15, 20, 25 years with the districts that's there, the number of veins that we've found, and even extending the veins where we will be mining along strike and to depth.
Okay, super. So you said you want to halve your production costs in the group. What does that mean exactly? What can we expect, like $12, $13 AIC?
Yeah, as I say, at the beginning of 2024, we thought our costs were going to be $22 to $23. When Terronera comes online, effectively the all-in sustaining cost is zero. So if we double our production, cut that $22 in half. So we say $11 to $13 all-in sustaining costs when that mine comes on a consolidated basis.
Wow, that means a lot of cash flow and a lot of profit at today's silver prices. Silver just moved again through the $32 level, gold at 2,650.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be a big year for you next year.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's great where silver prices are. We built this mine with a feasibility study that had $17 silver and $1,600 gold. So now today being at $32 and $2,600, it makes Terronera a phenomenal property for us. And the cash flows that it will provide, close to 150 million some years over that 10-year mine life. So a very significant asset.
So the project is really significant and super important for the company. So that's the future, let's say, for now, for the next 3 to 6 months, next maybe 5 to 7 years, and that's Pitarrilla. And that is, again, a huge monster, I would call it. That's elephant territory, isn't it?
Yeah, we're early days yet for it. I mean, our goal, if we back up, is to become a senior silver producer. So we want to try to get to 25 million ounces of silver, and that's kind of a target for us as a company. Terronera, as we say, takes us to 15 million. We think Pitarrilla is an asset that can get us into that 20, 25 million ounce range. And it's an asset we bought 2 years ago for $70 million. It's had a history. It's one of the world's largest undeveloped silver deposits. There's 600 million ounces defined under 43-101 at this, plus lead, plus zinc. So it's a monster of a project. We're actually looking at it from an underground mining standpoint. So we're underground vein miners. Guanaceví, Bolañitos, and Terronera are all underground mines. This system here at Pitarrilla is a mesothermal system, so it goes much deeper. But everything's very close together. We can get big volumes and ultimately mine a significant amount of silver per year. And we think it can be a nice add-on to Terronera and give us 2 low-cost operations that produce significant amount of silver. So if we can get to 25 million ounces of silver with Pitarrilla, we have a phenomenal growth profile in the company.
Yeah, and I could imagine also still a cost profile would be very favorable.
Yeah, again, we have to go through some of the work and make sure we do all the engineering and all the studies that suggest that. But based on the characteristics and us understanding what's there and what it could be, we expect it to be a low-cost operation as well.
And if I look at your resources, you said it already, 600 million. So that means to me, even if I'm very conservative, I would say you can easily produce the next 20 years out of that, right?
That would be the idea.
Yeah.
It is
Good idea.
It would be a monster of an asset, absolutely. Yeah. Again, we have to go through some of that work and prove out that. But early indications, we have an idea that it could be a significant asset with a significant life for Endeavour.
Fantastic. So that all looks really good. What is the market cap today?
Yeah,
approximately?
Today in the U.S. terms, we're about $800 million market cap. We trade off New York Stock Exchange and the TSX in Canada. We have great liquidity in our stock. We trade about almost 5 million shares a day.
That's a lot.
So we have very good liquidity. We have good coverage in Canada and the United States from analysts.
What is the average price target?
Yeah, the average price target is about $5.50, maybe a little bit lower
US?
than that. US. So we still have some room to run, and I honestly believe if we can deliver on Terronera in the near term and then ultimately show the market what we can do with Pitarrilla, with the wind at our backs, with silver price increasing, we're set up extremely well right now as a company and ultimately as shareholders.
Fantastic, and I'm a shareholder too, so thank you very much, Dan. I would say just move forward with the good work, bring it into production, make us good money and low costs.
Yeah, thank you. We will do our best. Absolutely.
Super. Thank you very much, Dan. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dan Dixon from Endeavour Silver, the CEO. And it's really amazing. The company is really moving forward despite a little bit of hiccup this year. But with Terronera, this really is a total game changer for the company. And I think they've done a great job. He said it already, approximately $5.5 have the analysts as a price target. We have also a price target around the 9 to 10 Canadian dollars. So that's exactly matching with that. And we are very positive for the company. You should really check it out. I'm Jochen Steiger, Commodity TV, in partnership with Dukas Copy TV. Thanks for watching us and bye-bye from Switzerland.